I'm Joyce Danger, and I want to thank you for joining me today. I wanted to share a little bit about how to pack for an appointment, and I try to pack for all of my appointments, whether it be a party or a private makeover, a double makeover, or I'm doing an appointment here at my home. I pack for all of them the same way so that I don't have to try to figure out where my stuff is, because I need to focus my energy on the people, and if I am trying to figure out where something is, I get anxious, and if I get anxious, then I can't hear their stories, and I can't develop that relationship with the person. So it's kind of all the same, all very, very simple, and I label as much stuff as I can so that I can find my stuff very, very quickly, and it's all kind of a system, and it works, and so that's what I want to share a little bit about that with you. What tools I'm going to be using is stuff that I get from Mary Kay, probably, for the most part anyway. So I use the insert that comes in the starter kit bag. You probably recognize this. And I use it like a filing system. So everything files in here vertically, like the mirrored, little mirrored trays and that sort of thing. Everything's in vertically. I use all the skincare kind of stuff goes in these little mesh bags, and I use a labeling system of ribbons. So I tie ribbons through the little zippers, and my system is just that whatever color of the stuff that is in here. So this one is Botanicals Formula 2, so it has a green ribbon. The Formula 1 Botanicals has a pink. Formula 3 has a purple ribbon, and the Repair set has a silver ribbon, and the Miracle set has a double ribbon. It has purple and pink both together in that same, just looped through that little hole. And that way I can see, without having to dig in there, I can see very easily what I have. Now, I don't necessarily bring every single one with me every single time, depending on, I do connect with the ladies ahead of time, profiling or pre-profiling, so that I know what I should bring and do to the best of my ability. That way I know what to bring. Now, I do a lot of my appointments at home, and when I talk to the ladies, because when I decided that I wanted to do more of my appointments here, kind of depends on what's going on with your family. When my kids got to the ages that they weren't screaming outside of my door, or I have done appointments with a little toddler sitting on my lap, and that didn't work as well for me. So when they got to the age where it worked well to have them here, then I just started to tell the ladies that I can come to you, or you can come here. I do have everything here that you can see, so a lot of people like that, or if it's more convenient, I can come to you. So I do find that the majority do like coming here because I have everything, whether it was I guess, and I have most of the stuff, but not everything. So either way works. But anyway, no matter if I'm doing the appointment here or there, it's all packed the same, so I can still find it. The bag that I typically have been using is the one I get from MK Connections, and it's this one here. You can see that one on the bottom. I used my vouchers that I got from the Star Prize to get it. It's about, I think, maybe $40, give or take. And so when I come to her house, I've got that bag, and then I use for a purse, I use a crossover bag so that I'm not carrying a whole bunch of stuff in the bag, just a purse that kind of crosses over like that. It hangs on my shoulders so that I'm not coming in like the bag lady with so much stuff that she's thinking, oh, geez, I would never want that job because it looks too hard. So, keep your stuff simple so that you don't have so much stuff. So that's my, how I come there. If you find that this bag is too heavy for you and you need to use 2 bags, that's fine too. Just make sure that the purse that you're carrying isn't another huge thing. Okay, so I'm going to go through how I pack this and what's in here. So I'll just kind of take the things out, and that hopefully will help you with how things are organized. So I use, this particular bag is you might recognize it as the brush set bag. And in here I have stuff that's relating to eyes. So I demonstrate a lot from full-size product, again, because I can't keep track of things. I'm going through mental pause for those of you who don't know what that is. It's like having pregnant brain, except for that you don't get a baby after 9 months, and it doesn't go away after 9 months. So it's just like, where is my head? I can't find anything. So if I work from full-size product, it helps me to not have to worry about what testers I have with me or don't have with me. I just have, whatever. But you have to be a control freak if you're going to do this, and for me that comes naturally. So I just make sure that whatever product I'm working out of doesn't leave my hand, so that I don't worry about the customer double dipping, because they will. They get excited and then they forget. So I take whatever it is that I'm using and use Q-tips. I go through a ton of Q-tips, dispense the product out of a Q-tip, give her the Q-tip, and give her more Q-tips if we need that. You don't need to have demos as much as what I have, but just to give you the idea. So I have some brushes, and not necessarily every brush, but I have some brushes and a few eyeliners, not every eyeliner, but deep brown, black, some basic colors that you might want, probably a blonde eyebrow pencil, and a few of the other brushes that I find helpful for demonstrating. And then in the center part here, I've got some mascara wands and some mascara, eye primer, some of that sort of thing in there. So this whole bag has to do with eye stuff, and then in addition to that, I've got some little cards that help me with eye placement. These are from the eyeshadow, you probably recognize those from the eyeshadow kits. And what I do is when I order eyeshadows, I order those kits, the blue eye, the brown eye, the green eye looks like that. And then I might sell out those colors, some of them individually. I like to get the deal, so we don't pay for the applicator if we buy them together in the kits, and so I buy those kits and sell them out as kits or individual, however, but then I keep these little sheets and then put tape just to keep them nice. This is just like that clear packing tape, the big wide stuff. And then I've got samples, so if I'm trying to explain to somebody, I have enough of these, I can just pass these around and let everyone look at that if they want to figure out how to do their eyes. So those, I just keep that kind of stuff right in the side pouch of this, and of course you know that if this thing gets dirty, I can throw this in my washing machine and just wash it up. So that's a bunch of eye stuff right there. Then for lips, I have actually the brush set bag from the prior collection, which I just happen to have anyway. And so for lips, again, I have a few lip liners, not a lot. I just have there's about 3 of them. I have a clear one, a soft blush probably, and a spiced tea. A lip primer is in there, and then some lip glosses in here. We had a PCP that had a bunch of these little ones, so I have a bunch of them like that. You don't need every color, but just a smattering of colors of your favorites are the ones that you tend to show the most. And you can build this collection, so you might have 2 or 3 to start with, and maybe build it up from there. Then I tend to keep Q-tips. I have lots of little baggies of Q-tips that I can always grab something like that, quick and easy. Or if you like to demonstrate from the little sponge tips, I'll have some of that kind of stuff handy. And then a few, if there's limited edition colors, sometimes if you have any of these kinds of things left, I'll have that with it. And then what I do with these, as soon as I sell the last of something like this, then I pull out my tester so that I no longer show it. For the colors, if you wanted to, this is kind of an interesting thought, but this is lip colors, and I just took a little bit of each of the color and put it in one of these little pots, and that way I can have some of each of the color with me and not have to carry a whole bunch of lipsticks like that. And you could put together a little sample thing like that with a couple of your Married Cute Girlfriends if everyone got, 6 lipsticks or 4 lipsticks, and then, if you had, several of you, you could each put in, a little, just took a little sliver from each one and then make the pots like that. And so there, to use the color, I just take a little bit of, put a little bit on a sponge tip applicator, and then she can, we pick out the color like that. And the way that they're grouped is by color family, the way that they are done in the catalog. So the browns are together, the reds and the neutrals and that sort of thing. And these all screw off like that, and they just screw together. So for what that's worth, that has worked well. But primarily when I demo lipstick, I demo it from these full size of the True Dimensions lipstick. And these, to demo it, I just pull off a little bit from the center. You guys probably already know this, but you just pull that up, and then I just use the center of the Q-tip like this, and just pull it off, little color like that, and so she can demo it that way. And that has worked out well too. And I show primarily these True Dimensions lipstick, and that's what I sell primarily as well, because I love them and that's what I wear most of the time. So anyway, that works well for lips. Then let's see, on to the next category. I've got this little, is one of the PCP bags. It's got the skin brush with a couple of little heads in it, so I can clean those if I you know, I just use the brush cleaner to clean that. And then I've got a couple of compacts in here so that they can see what the what the eyeshadows go into. And one of them has, I think I've got a powder maybe in here so they can see, you know, that. And then I've got a lot of the eyeshadows in the different shapes so that they can see what the shape looks like. Then I've got the current PCP gift so they can see what that is. And now I'm to the section where I've got all the little things that are filed. And so I'm going to show you kind of what I have in there in the little file things. Oh, one more thing that's sitting in my lap. This is the current limited edition and newest stuff. So a lot of times I'll just bring whatever the newest thing is. And this is just in one of the little sections from the toilet bag. Those two, when they get dirty, I just take them, turn them inside out, and throw them in my washing machine. Okay, now what's left in here is in, of course, like files so that I can get them easily. But I've got my foundations in this little bag, and you could use those same bags like here, like your skincare is in. These would be fine too. So I have a section here for the ivory, a section for the beige, and you can use like for my customer base is primarily ivory and beige, so I have my bronze in a switch out pouch. So this one I bring with me if I am going to need it, but otherwise it might stay at home. And I have one. This little bag has got 4 groupings in it. So I put my mineral powder and I have tinted moisturizer in here. I need to switch that out. I've got the new stuff over there. But with the CC cream, put a concealer in here. So I don't necessarily have every concealer or everything. Even with it, mineral powders, I don't have every color, but enough so that I can demonstrate and that you can see that if I don't have a 0.5 of something, I've got something close so we can see that she might want one that's just a hair lighter or a hair darker, and can get her in the ballpark of things. And then I've got my other foundations in here. Now my foundations, I have them kind of color-coded, so if you can't read the little label that's on the back because that's too small, I have a bigger writing on the front. And then I use nail polish so that I can quickly at a glance see that this one is a yellow undertone and this one is a pink undertone. I also have my foundation shade chart labeled the same way so that I can quickly see what undertone we're looking at. And that has helped me a lot. And in addition to that, I have a face primer in the same little bag. So this whole thing is foundations. And again, this is from MK Connections, and I use my vouchers for my Star Prize to get that kind of thing. The next little section has skincare, so this is my repair set. I demonstrate a lot from full-size product, and again, I just switch it out so when I run out of something from the repair set in my bathroom, I'll pull one of these and put that in my bathroom and then put the new one here, and that way I can make sure that these always stay fresh, and so that I'm not trying to do a skincare class and then you're trying to get something out of the very bottom of the thing and it's going squirting all over everything, and so this way it just keeps it nice and neat and clean. Then for eyeshadows, I would recommend, again, this is helpful. I use the Big Diva Compact, and I like this. It's got the different, the blue eye look, the green eye look like that, and the colors that go with it. Again, I use the Q-tips and give them the color as, from the Q-tips, so this doesn't leave my hands, and they can get the color. And so most of the parties that I do and most of the makeovers, we try to stick with the colors that go with their eye color. It makes it fast and easy to pick what they're going to do, and it always looks good. So that has been a kind of a sure bet thing. So if you're going to just start, like if you're going to start with doing some full-size things, this works great. If you are doing well with the little sample cards, that works great too. I find I tend to work with a lot of divas who just don't like that lipstick with that cheek color and don't like this with that, and it just makes me crazy. So this way they can have more customized stuff. And then I just picked kind of a blush that seems to work for most people and a bronzer. Now we're going to be working with the bigger bronzers, which I actually stuck in a compact like this as well. I like these compacts because it also highlights the compacts and the convenience of being able to have your stuff where you've got everything all in the same place. And it's just so much easier to do your makeup if everything is all together. And a lot of the issues that ladies have with makeup is that it takes too long because this is over there and that's over there and that's over there. It'd be like trying to, get dressed if you're stuck with some in this closet and some in that closet, or if you were trying to clean your house and your cleaning stuff isn't all together. Not that I'm cleaning my house, we have people for that. But anyway, this has been very helpful. And of course you see that everything is labeled. Then if you want more eyeshadows or cheek colors than that, I use these little trays from the company, and I have a sheet that tells me, it's like a cheat sheet, so I know what color is in each one of the little spots. Or you can also take a Sharpie and just mark, on the little cover part what's what. I usually put the covers on backwards. Now this time I see they didn't go on backwards because I find that they get kind of stuck in there, so a lot of times I'll just put it on backwards so I can easily get them on. But again, I don't let this, doesn't leave my hands during the makeover. I load the Q-tip up with the color for the customer, and then she can put it on from there. So that has worked great. Then the next little section now, I'm out of the insert thing, we're filled up there, but this has got another probably 4 inches left at the end. So I have other, little bags of stuff. So some of the other stuff that I have is some extra cotton balls. This one's got Q-tips, cotton balls, washcloths in that one. This one has got change, got some sort of change in that one. And this one's got pens and sales tickets. It's got some ideas of looks. It's got the order of application for what goes on in the day or the night. Profile cards, I think, are in here, business cards, that sort of thing, other business supplies. And then on the side of the bag, I've got a pile of catalogs, lookbooks, and the little sheet that tells about it's a shade comparison chart that I've found very helpful to have with me. And this is from Mary Kay In Touch on Product Central. And then this one that tells about the different foundations, also from Product Central. And I find this helpful as we're trying to decide which way to go with foundation. I just put this in front of her and let her pick which one works well for her. So that is the gist of how I pack for a party. If I'm doing a reorder kind of thing and I've asked if I can show her some of the new stuff, what I would do is take the same bag. I just would pull out some of the stuff I know that I'm not going to show her, and then put her reorder bag right inside of here and a few of the other things that I want to make sure to show her, and then probably put her reorder like in towards the bottom so that I have to pull out some of the other stuff that I want to show her in order to get to her reorder, and that way we can play around with some things, but I can still find everything because it's very easy and I'm used to this. And if there's things that I think she might want to get, or then I try to put some full-size product in here so that it's, possession is 9/10 of the law. If it's right here, then she can, have it right there. So hopefully this has been helpful. Thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful day.